let me go ahead and introduce you to our next guest as we on QVC celebrate our 20th year of bringing you the Rose of Tralee. Dermot Ryan, welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
Lovely to meet you. You have done something that no one else has ever done before. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's what I like to call around here, Dermot, our $20 bill alert for something that is truly as Irish as it gets.
Absolutely. Nothing more Irish than this.
Yes.
It's a DVD of an Irish peat turf fire. It's a traditional fire from the west of Ireland, this particular one, because this is where the peat comes from. I went out to the western part, just on the coast there. You talked about the Aran Islands earlier on. You can actually see the Aran Islands from where I got this peat. I brought it back into Galway, into a castle, into a 15th century castle.
Wow.
And burnt it in the beautiful old fireplace, and this is it. And this is the fire here, the full fire. And this is just starting out, actually. It's the part that, you know, we're just starting, and it's over an hour long.
You've captured in such a beautiful way a tradition. For many of us, and I'll be honest with you, Dermot, when I went there the first time and I was like, Pete, what's Pete? I'm sorry, I didn't even know what that was when I got there. Yes, exactly. Which one's Pete? But you give us a DVD that will help us educate our children and educate perhaps ourselves as well. But instead of wood, this is something that Irish families traditionally use to heat their homes. It's part of the heritage. Absolutely.
And it was around these fires, Pat, that like the traditions in Ireland were passed down from generation to generation. Our stories, our history, our music, and all our food was cooked over these fires. So it's something that I wanted to bring to show people the old ways, back to simpler times, and where the family sat around in the evenings telling the stories and passing on the traditions. And this is the real thing. This is hand cut, hand dried, hand stacked in the home, and this is the real thing here.
And Dermot, you went out and you searched out specific the castle in particular, so that you really could bring us into that experience. In the loop of this, in the full hour on this DVD, tell me what I'm going to experience.
Okay, well, this is actually the start of the fire, and as it goes on, the fire burns down. It goes right down to where it collapses in itself, and you just get the ashes. And then it's actually, what we did was we looped it so it just starts again. But we have two other fires there as well, Pat, and I brought this out to show it to family and friends, brought it to parties, had a look, you know, to see what people thought, because it was just an idea that I had. And people said, oh yeah, this is nice, but I rather this part, and I think this part is great. So what I did was I took people's favourite parts out and added those in as well. So when you actually put it on, you get a choice of 3 different fires for different atmospheres, for maybe a family get-together, maybe sitting reading a book, you know, just to de-stress, have a look, listen to the sounds. It's beautiful.
I grew up in a family where, and you all will, a lot of you will remember this, we have something, Dermot, called the Yule log.
Yes.
And it was the picture of just a log burning in a fireplace, and my dad on Christmas, the only television we were allowed to put on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Eve when we had company, was the Yule log.
The Yule log.
We had a fireplace. Yeah. We had never had a fireplace. And there is something to me very comforting about a fire, and now you can have a fire anywhere. It could be on a big screen TV, it could be on a tiny little TV. Yeah,
well, we did that. We actually made it so that it fitted all TVs. We didn't want to leave people out that didn't have newer TVs or anything like that. So it fits perfectly on all TVs. All you need is the DVD player, plug it in, and you get the whole thing.
Is there actually sound on it?
Yes. We tape the sound with it, and you get it's a different sound to a wood-burning fire. It's actually more subtle and quieter, but we have the sound on there, high-quality sound. It's beautiful.
Imagine this, I don't know about you guys, but I've always wanted a fireplace in my bedroom. Imagine this as distressing. I love, Dermot, how you described it as this was the gathering place. This is where the day was shared with the family. And if you have just found yourself in so many different directions, get it home, try it out, experience a true Irish tradition.